When they film the scene when you fall back on the off the building, how is that shot being done? Are you actually falling onto like something? Like, are you actually falling? How do they do that shot?
Yeah, actually, I was actually falling. Yeah, I was actually falling.
Like onto like pillows or something like that, or
just like a kind of enormous padded area, like a ways down. Yeah, I took a leap of faith.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but at that point, I'd been, we shot that leap probably like towards the end of the shooting, and my body had been like so conditioned for all kinds of challenging stuff that I didn't even like think twice. It was like a game of like a trust fall that you're just sort of like, whatever, if this is the last thing I ever shoot, like I'm good. I just like logged in all these hours doing all this other stuff.
Yeah.
So.
What I love about your character, I love how she carries herself. Like she carries herself a certain way, has her arms down a certain way as she's walking. And I'm wondering, was that a specific like?
It's so funny. Everybody today that is like, they always go like this.
I know, but I love that. I'm wondering the character, the decision, the process, like how you came up with that. Is that something that I thought it was cool? I loved it. So I'm just wondering what the thought process.
Just like mimicked a gorilla. Everybody's kind of like, you would do this. No, it's funny, but a character is, of course, like entirely machine except for her brain. And, I started to think about, kind of when I first was in New Zealand, I was training for the film and stuff, and I started to think, gosh, I guess I better sort of try to take on this challenge of like what this movement is going to be like. How does this person get from one place to another? Because she's kind of imperceptibly machine, but she definitely is different.
She walks with like a purpose. Like
she has. The thing is, she has. I imagine that between this, like in this space between your brain and the body, there exists like. A lot of intention. It's not the same as like a person who's just like wants to sit in a chair and you're unaware of the neurological activity that makes that happen. It's this. There's a sort of a disconnect a little bit, or there's some time lapse in between those two things, and so she kind of leads like with her brain, and the body kind of follows behind her.
All right, so I was nerding out completely during that water fight scene, and as funny as I went back and watched the original water fight scene from the anime, that scene is so incredible, and I'm wondering when you're filming that moment, what it looks like for you. Do they do it with you and then without you? How do they make it look the way it does?
I don't know how they make it look like that. I honestly, I come in for all the practical stuff, so all the fights where you see me, I pull all the punches, but we shot it in this really weird, it was kind of like a big giant kiddie pool. I don't know how else to put it. That kind of doesn't make it seem as cool, but it was outside in this big giant kiddie pool, and it was just... Yeah, it was crazy just to be in that suit in the water and, like lifting a body out from the water and like having it go. Yeah, it was intense. But it was cool. I don't know how they did like all of it. It's so
cool.
Crazy.
I think you've had an absolutely amazing career, by the way. I've been watching your films. I loved you in Match Point. I love everything you've done. Obviously, Lost in Translation is a masterpiece. And I'm wondering, you've made so many amazing films over the years, and I'm wondering, when you become a mom, does it change the decisions of the roles that you want to take on? And are there certain films of yours that you can't wait to maybe show your daughter at some point?
It's really important for me to take on work that I've never done before, that gives me an opportunity to challenge myself as an actor. I absolutely love my job. I think I love it more now than I did 20 years ago, and it still remains a mystery to me. And the experience of creating a character and acting, with other, actors and is just like so fulfilling. I think that is what is important to me, is to continue to challenge myself and never totally figure it out, for it to just kind of remain a mystery and just keep plugging away.
Well, it was an awesome movie. You did a freaking amazing job. I love that it was on the full IMAX screen. The 3D was so cool.
I haven't seen it in 3D yet.
Gotta see the 3D. The scene when you're walking through and there's like dust falling in front of you, that is the coolest 3D I've ever seen.
It?
Have you seen? I mean, there are people above you, like I think dumping stuff down. I don't know. That's what Rupert was saying, but like, there's like it actually works in 3D so well.
Wow.
The dust like falls down. Like you think you're getting covered yourself.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's really. I was like geeking out. I had like nerd tears. It was awesome. So it was cool. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Awesome.